and gentlemen, have you ever been misunderstood by your friends, your family members, your boss? How do you feel? Angry, frustration, wrong? As I recall, the first time I got misunderstood was when I was a child. One day, I was wearing my roller skirts happily and was about to play. My little young sister showed up and said, "I wanted your little roller skirts." Of course, I didn't want to give that to her. I was about to play, I was ready. And I said, "No, go away." She started to cry. My mom heard it and showed up and said, "You are the elder sister. You should give your roller skirts to your little sisters." I felt so unfair. I was angry that I took off my roller skates and threw it away, which happily hit my little sister. And she cried even louder. My mom said, "How could you be so mean? She's your little sister. How could you hurt her like that?" She didn't even ask me. She didn't even give me a chance to let me explain. She just jumped into a conclusion that I hurt her on purpose. Just like this, misunderstanding often happens when someone doesn't give you a chance to explain. And you feel frustrated, you feel angry. So you get upset because of this person, and you kind of hate this person from the bottom of your heart. Another situation is that someone gives you a chance to explain, but you refuse to explain because you will kind of expose your vulnerability. My mom, who suffered from depression for more than 20 years, was not used to express her feelings. She hides her feelings and thoughts in her mind. We don't know what she's thinking about. Every second day of the Lunar New Year, we go back to our grandma's house to pay a New Year visit. One year, my mom refused to go. And we convinced her that we only go back once a year. And if you don't go back this time, we have to wait for another year. You will be just able to see your parents. You're going to make them so bad. And your parents want to see you to see if you are okay or not. No matter what we said, she just said, "No, I don't want to." After we kind of thought that maybe she's just too tired to go, or because of medicines, or she refused to see people, she's afraid. After we asked him why, for more than 20 times, why you didn't want to go, she said, "I don't have money to pay for the lunch. I don't have the money to give red envelope to my parents." That hurt me a lot. I feel terribly sorry. I didn't know that she's concerned about money so much. What we do is just pushing her to go to grandma's house without thinking what she will think. After learning this, I learned that instead of forcing her to do something that we want she to do, we have to think why she didn't want to go at the first place. And I learned these skills, so I utilized on my husband. Since we have so many problems to work on. My husband was once Neighborhood Toastmasters members, and I strongly encourage him to go here more often, to support me, to practice speaking English, because he told me that he wants to improve English speaking skills. But his action tells another story. He didn't even show up today. And so we got into fights a lot about these issues. When I asked him, "Can you come tonight?" he would just, "Huh? What did you just say? Like pretend he didn't hear. One time I wanted him to come, and I kind of warned him that if you don't come, I will be so angry. and she didn't show up that night. So I came back, I was so angry, I used so many offensive language to attack him, and he couldn't stood up, but said, "My English is just not just like you. I speak little English. I can feel I won't have the lower my self-confidence." I didn't know that he came here with so many negative thoughts, with so many, he felt so bad to come here. So I kind of feel relate to him. After knowing his vulnerability, I start forcing him to come here. I start forcing him, start expecting him will show up tonight. So I have learned that, and he showed me that he doesn't want to come because of his vulnerability. So all in all, we have to know that everything, every decision behind it has a reasons. We have to find out the true reasons. Like, we have to provide a chance to others that they can explain. And if they don't tell, we have to give patience. We have to be more patient. We have to ask more times. Why you ask them why more times? And if you don't, if they're kind of beating around the bush, you still have to let them know how much you care about this, how much you care about them. And that is the only way to find out true reasons. And that is the only way to solve the problems. Come, Taskmaster.